They've sold millions of albums, performed on the world's biggest stages, and created the songs we'll never forget. But now it's 2025, and their looks may not be as familiar as their voices. Can you still recognize these music stars today? You'll have 5 seconds to guess each one from their current look before we reveal the artist behind the fame. Let's turn back time and relive the legends in then versus now. Michelle Branch's guitar-driven pop rock sound resonated with teens, making her one of the biggest solo stars of the early 2000s. At 42 in 2025, she balances motherhood with songwriting and performs small acoustic shows. Mark Chestnut's traditional country style earned him longevity on the charts during the late 90s. At 61 in 2025, he continues to perform in honky-tonks and classic country tours. Mandy Moore's sweet pop songs made her one of the most beloved teen solo artists of the late 90s. At 41 in 2025, she focuses on acting and recording mature, introspective albums. Lila McCann's youthful voice made her a teen favorite in early 2000s country music. At 43 in 2025, she owns a music school and records occasional acoustic EPs. KT Tunstall's dynamic live performances and folk pop hits earned her global recognition during the mid-2000s. At 50 in 2025, she releases acoustic albums and mentors young Scottish musicians. Joss Stone's powerful, soulful voice stunned listeners, establishing her as one of the brightest solo talents of the 2000s. At 38 in 2025, she records independently and advocates for mental health causes. Joanna Pacity's pop career was short-lived but memorable thanks to her work on teen movie soundtracks. At 41 in 2025, she focuses on behind-the-scenes roles in music publishing. Jo Dee Messina's high-energy country tracks earned her several chart-topping singles at the start of the 2000s. At 55 in 2025, she tours Christian festivals and speaks at inspirational events. Jessica Harp's blend of pop and country found success before she shifted to behind-the-scenes songwriting. At 43 in 2025, she raises her children and runs a music publishing company. Jessica Andrews' emotional ballads and fresh country pop sound made her a teen sensation in the early 2000s. At 41 in 2025, she lives quietly and occasionally releases singles online. Jennifer Hansen's blend of country and pop made her a promising solo artist in the mid-2000s. At 49 in 2025, she writes songs for Nashville stars and rarely performs. Gretchen Wilson's rebellious image and powerful vocals brought her instant fame in the mid-2000s. At 51 in 2025, she enjoys life outside the spotlight while recording independently. Gary Allan's rugged voice and traditional style solidified his reputation as a serious country artist. At 57 in 2025, he plays select tours and spends time with his grandchildren. Danielle Peck's confident lyrics and modern country sound helped her stand out in the mid-2000s. At 47 in 2025, she balances family life with selective performances. Cindy Thompson captivated fans with her fresh country pop sound before stepping away from the industry. At 49 in 2025, she lives privately and volunteers at local charities. Colin Reyes' soaring voice and emotional lyrics made him one of the leading male soloists in 90s country music. At 65 in 2025, he mentors young artists and performs in intimate acoustic settings. Clay Walker's mix of romantic ballads and upbeat hits solidified him as a staple of 90s country music. At 56 in 2025, he manages his ranch while performing at select charity events. Chris Cagle's relatable lyrics and country anthems made him a rising star in the early 2000s. At 56 in 2025, he raises cattle and records new songs at his own pace. Shaylee Wright was a rising country solo star in the early 2000s with heartfelt songs and storytelling. At 54 in 2025, she focuses on activism and LGBTQ+ rights alongside her music. Brian White's heartfelt country ballads and Boy Next Door image made him a teen heartthrob during the late 90s. At 51 in 2025, he tours small venues and spends time raising his family in Nashville. Avril Lavigne's punk pop attitude and catchy singles made her an international solo icon in the early 2000s. At 41 in 2025, she tours selectively and focuses on her fashion brand. Ashlee Simpson's pop rock sound and MTV reality show helped her rise in the early 2000s. At 41 in 2025, she enjoys raising her family and producing new talent. Andy Grigg's heartfelt lyrics and traditional sound made him popular with country radio in the late 90s. At 52 in 2025, he lives in Tennessee and occasionally releases gospel music. Alison Krauss bluegrass and country style brought her numerous awards and mainstream attention in the late 90s. At 53 in 2025, she performs at select festivals and collaborates with Americana artists. Willa Ford's playful pop persona gained brief mainstream fame in the early 2000s. At 44 in 2025, she works as an interior designer and rarely performs. Victoria Williams became known for her quirky songwriting and unique voice that captivated a loyal audience during the 90s. At 66 in 2025, she performs rarely and dedicates time to animal rescue initiatives. Vanessa Williams balanced acting and a successful solo music career with smooth R&B and pop ballads. At 62 in 2025, she focuses on Broadway projects and performs jazz concerts. Trisha Yearwood's powerful voice and authentic country style secured her a lasting solo career through the 90s and 2000s. At 60 in 2025, she balances cooking shows with occasional concert tours. Tracy Bird's party anthems and relatable country tracks kept him on the charts through the early 2000s. At 58 in 2025, he tours small towns and enjoys a quieter pace. Tina Cousins became a Eurodance sensation with catchy pop tracks and vibrant stage energy in the late 90s. At 51 in 2025, she performs at European dance festivals and runs a family business in England. Terry Clark's strong presence and relatable country songs made her a fan favorite during the early 2000s. At 57 in 2025, she performs acoustic shows and mentors young Canadian artists. Taylor Dayne's commanding voice kept her relevant as a solo pop singer throughout the late 90s. At 63 in 2025, she continues to tour retro pop festivals around the world. Tammy Cochran's emotional ballads gained strong fan support in the early 2000s country scene. At 53 in 2025, she lives quietly and participates in charity performances for veterans. Sunshine Anderson's breakout hit and relatable lyrics made her a popular R&B solo artist in the early 2000s. At 49 in 2025, she works behind the scenes in artist management and development. Sophie Zelmani became known for her soft vocals and minimalist acoustic style, captivating Scandinavian audiences in the 90s. At 53 in 2025, she releases intimate albums and tours small venues in Sweden. Sophie Monk launched a brief solo career with catchy pop singles after her girl group success in Australia. At 46 in 2025, she is a TV host and media personality. Sarah Avant's relatable lyrics and strong vocals made her one of country music's top soloists in the 2000s. At 54 in 2025, she records selectively and spends time on her family farm. Rachel Proctor's heartfelt songwriting and warm voice brought her success as a solo country pop artist. At 49 in 2025, she writes for other artists and appears at songwriter rounds. Norah Jonas' jazzy, mellow style captivated listeners and won multiple Grammys in the early 2000s. At 46 in 2025, she performs in intimate venues and raises her children. Neil McCoy's energetic live shows and fun country hits made him a staple of 90s country music. At 67 in 2025, he still performs at fairs and supports veteran charities. Mindy McCready's emotional ballads made her a recognizable figure in country music during the 90s. At 49 in 2025, she focuses on family and small-town performances. Their style may have changed, but their impact on music will last forever. How many did you guess right? Drop your score in the comments. Tell us whose transformation surprised you the most. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Then versus Now, where music icons live on.